Okay, guys, welcome to this new English episode. And today let's gonna benchmark the three most popular programming languages as HTTP clients. So let's get started. Since we're gonna use Yarn for our scripts, we define already all the scripts to run our programs. So we're gonna use Java, JavaScript, and Python. Now let's define the code for each of our projects. Let's start with Java. First, let's import all the dependencies, the HTTP default libraries, and let's do it. Our public class app and public static void main string args, throws exception, and inside this, we are gonna copy paste for the sake of the duration of the video. And here we have the benchmarking of the time, the start time and the end time. And we're gonna fetch an API. We're gonna do a get request to JSON placeholder post endpoint, and we're gonna do 100 requests. So it's a pretty amount to measure this. So after that, we need to declare that get method. That get method is gonna be a private static method that also will throw an exception and will instantiate a new HTTP client, and it's gonna build a new request, and it's gonna send afterwards the response in a string format. And with that, we are done with the Java code. Just don't forget to. And we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it with yarn Java. So let's see how much it takes. This is the real time because Java takes a while to compile. So it's 3 seconds actually to do 100 requests. Now let's proceed with JavaScript. JavaScript is much concise, not as verbose as Java, but let's use strict, and we're gonna need the fetch API. So let's import the package for the fetch API, and let's define our main function. We are gonna just need one main function. That is gonna be an async function that will contain a for loop with 100 pages of the JSON placeholder post endpoint, and it's gonna return us the text. Look that here we have double await for the fetch and for the JSON, for the text response. And at the end, we are gonna just await main. We can do this top level await on Node.js because we're using Node.js, not the browser. And lastly, for app.py for Python, we are gonna need a bunch of libraries. That's the downside. We're gonna need asyncio, IOHTTP, and time to do the perf counter. We are gonna define also a single main function. That single main function is gonna instantiate a client session as a context manager. And here is the magic, because we are gonna do a task queue. We are gonna do a queue of get request in the range of 100 requests for the same endpoint. And lastly, we're gonna gather those requests with asyncio, and we're gonna return the response text also with encoding for each response. Here we are doing a list comprehension. And afterwards, we are gonna do our benchmarking with the perf counter, and we are gonna start the perf counter, the start time, we're gonna run the main function, and we are gonna print our end time. And that's it. Let's now run the JS file. Let's do yarn.js. So Java took 4 seconds. Surprisingly, JavaScript takes 3.55 seconds. But remember that this is runtime. Here, the runtime is this one. So actually Java is faster than Node.js. And let's go with Python. So Python is slow, so it should be slower than both programming languages. What? Look at that! Only 0.3 seconds to do the 100 requests at runtime. So you don't mess with Python, guys. If you write it correctly, it can perform blazingly fast. So remember, learn asynchronous programming in Python. And for that, subscribe to my channel. See you the next time.